Hello everybody and welcome to the Daily Splatt. Today is video number 15 in our series of 20 previewing the English Premier League season, and today we are talking about Sunderland. Sunderland, the Black Cats, this will be their first season under the tutelage of Mr. Martin O'Neill, who of course took over from Steve Bruce just before Christmas last season. This will be his first full season in charge of the club, and lots of people are very excited to see what he can do with the team, given what an excellent start Sunderland had. They ended up finishing 13th overall, but considering they looked like they could be in for a relegation scrap by the time Bruce was sacked, not bad at all. 45 points, I believe, was the final total in the end. And Sunderland, a lot of people expecting bigger and better things from them this year. They've only signed one player so far, and that is former Aston Villa defender Carlos Cuellar. Cuellar, who of course played under Martin O'Neill when he was Villa manager, has arrived to shore up Sunderland's defence, and I think it could be a good signing. I think Carlos Cuellar's had a bit of the bad run in terms of injuries lately. I think he's been a little unlucky in that respect, but I think if he can keep himself fit, I think he'll become quite important to Sunderland in the upcoming season. Nobody else has been brought in as yet. They have let go of a few players though. Marcus Angeleri, Asamoah Gyan and Michael Turner have all moved on from disclosed fees, as has George McCartney, and goalkeeper Craig Gordon has been released. So, sort of clearing out some space for hopefully a few transfers to come in. Obviously the loss of Gyan is disappointing. He decided he'd go off on loan to the Middle East at the start of last season, and I think that really did scupper Steve Bruce's plans and made it very difficult for him. And obviously he's decided he doesn't want to be part of Sunderland, so off he goes. So thankfully for Sunderland, though, they do still have a relatively good squad, even if it is a little small at the moment with the players they've released. I still think this is a strong squad, and I think it's a squad that could well finish in the top half of the table. They've still got some very good players in there. The standout player being Stefan Sessegnon, if that's how you say it. They're the lovely little attacking midfield player who's been linked with quite a few clubs, and I think if they keep hold of him, that's going to be crucial. Because obviously, based on the squads as they are now, despite the fact Sunderland do have a smallish squad, I reckon they're going to finish top half, no higher than 9th, I'd say, but 9th, 10th, 11th, that sort of range is certainly not beyond them at all. And I think Sunderland under Martin O'Neill, they've got a good chance. They've just got to steer clear of those injuries. Obviously, Mignolet has come in and done very well for them. Their Belgian goalkeeper, of course, has got Kieran Westwood to challenge for the position there as well. But everyone's more excited to see how Sunderland's youngsters do. Obviously, Connor Wickham signed from Ipswich at the start of llast season, then had that nasty injury at Old Trafford that kept him out for a while. He'll be back fully fit, and I think a lot of people will be hoping he does well there. Ji Dong-won is another player they'll be hoping can really step up in his second season at the club. And of course they have young Jack Cole back in the squad as well in midfield. There is a fair bit of hope for this side. They've also got the fantastic Sebastian Larsson still flying down the wing for them. So it's a relatively good squad. It's just I do think O'Neill does need to add to it. I think he's aware of that as well. And Sunderland have a little bit of spending money. It's just making sure that they spend it wisely and bring in the right sorts of players. And I think Sunderland will be one of the busier teams in the last couple of weeks of the transfer window as we head into this new season and get going. But everything as it is, I reckon maybe 9th for Sunderland. I do think Martin O'Neill is very important in getting them further up the table this season. I think a full season under him with a good bit of fortune in avoiding many long-term injuries as Sunderland have had in recent years. This is a good side. I certainly don't think they're going to be in any relegation trouble, and this is hopefully something Sunderland can build from and try and challenge Newcastle, who just shot straight past them. So yes, we'll have to see how they go there. Now then, our next video in the series will be on Swansea. However, I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to be able to put it up. You see, tomorrow I am heading out of town. I'm not going to be in Perth for a couple of days, heading out to the country, having a little bit of a holiday, that sort of thing, because I clearly need one. So the next video, it might go up tomorrow, depending on how busy I am and internet connections and all that sort of thing. But you might have to wait until Saturday to see it, the day the Premier League kicks off. What I may do, because I'm expected to be back by Saturday, what I may end up doing is I might do the last 5 all at the same time and then just sort of backdate them from tomorrow, Tuesday, and do it like that. Of course, if you're watching in the future, say a month from now, all those videos will already be up, so no worry for you. But for those of you who are hanging out for the reviews of Swansea, Tottenham, West Brom, Wigan and West Ham, you might just have to wait a little while longer. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall speak to you all soon, hopefully. Until then, bye-bye.